All right. Am I recording? Great. All right. Long time no see. So, yeah, a lot has happened since I last recorded. I think it's been like 3 months since I last recorded. Right now it's August 30th. You can see the time there, if you can see it. August 30th. It's 1:39 PST. I'm on the West Coast now. So I'm in California. I'm in Berkeley, California. The place where for some reason you have to wear sweaters in summer. I hate it. But anyways, you might be wondering why am I here. I go to school here, so I go to a school. It's called UC Berkeley. A lot on that later, but pretty much, yeah. Business along with school. It's definitely a very interesting choice. You don't find a lot of people doing that. I mean, I'm in a school where startups are glorified. You know, people really want to build startups. They want to start something of their own, which is great. It's amazing, but like the truth is 90% of them don't actually do anything. They're not actually building anything. And so it's just a bunch of weirdos who are just like, I'm pre-idea. Okay, so you're unemployed. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know? So I don't want to be around people who are like want to be entrepreneurs. I want to be around the people who are actually building something like me. And so right now I'm still trying to find that community. And I think that's something every entrepreneur struggles with. But it's a little bit harder when you're younger because many entrepreneurs are 25, 30 plus, really. And the things that they like compared to the things that I like are completely different. And so me trying to find that group of people, it'll take time, but I think I'll be able to do it. Because honestly, the journey is lonely. Like, I'll tell you, since this morning, I have been sitting in my room pretty much all day working. Like, here's my setup. I'll give you a little peek. This is my setup. It's nice. Don't ask why there's socks on the desk. Forget about that. Yeah, like I've just been working. I'm fixing funnels right now. Stupid Typeform API was messed up, so I had to fix it. But API is nightmare. It's a nightmare. Anyways, yeah. So I've just been sitting here since like 9 a.m. working, and the question for me is like, what else is there to do? I went outside. There's actually a beautiful mountain down like this side. So there's a road where you can see the entire mountain of Berkeley. It's gorgeous. And you know, I do go outside for walks sometimes. Maybe I'll record a video one day. We'll see. I have a drone so I can check it out. But I just don't find much interest in anything other than sitting here and getting stuff done, getting sales calls booked, getting triage calls booked, getting type forms filled out, making content, going viral, running ads. We actually just started ads again this morning. I had to freaking okay, if you haven't run ads before, for like the first time on a new card, one of the things you'll have to do, if you don't have an amazing bank, which I need to get a new bank, is you need to sit on the phone for like an hour waiting for someone to pick up, and then they ask you verification questions, which if you get one wrong, then you can't access your account. But let's say you did somehow magically access your account, then you have to go and verify, why are my Facebook ad costs being blocked? And that takes another like 30 minutes of just sitting there and trying to talk to these guys like, no, like please let me run my ads. And they don't let you. And then you gotta sit there and call another person who does it, and eventually you got it. So that took like most of my morning. Oh my gosh. Ads are backed up though, so good on me for that. But yeah, I mean, being out here, it's like, what do I do all day, you know? I can only really work, and that's what I've been doing for the last few months. So I'll give you an update on the last few months too. So since I last recorded, I think it was like May, I started this thing called Tutor Lunch, and I said I was gonna record every day. I didn't record every day. I think I just dislike the idea of having to commit to a video. It doesn't feel like it's progressing me business-wise, and so I'll just break down what happened. I got a lot of clients. Like, I got a lot of cool people who I worked with, and I was sitting with at least 6-7 clients who I was working with at the time, and I was doing it. It was great, you know. I only had to take a few calls a day. I was making money. It was amazing, and I love talking to these guys. Like, there's maybe one or two that were like, they weren't really a fit. You know, it was just like I signed them on, and then it was like, okay, well, do you even want to grow? And they're like, well, I'd rather spend time with my family. I have 2 newborn kids. I'm like, okay, so why am I here? You know, I'm about let's get everything done in a week. And then there's the guys who wanted everything set up in a week, which was done. And then it was like, yeah, I got everything set up in a week. Why do I need you? And so the issue for me became like, okay, I realized there's problems in literally every single business. Be it a consulting business, be it an agency, be it running my SAT company again, right? Every single business has problems, which is why every single business is hard and why a lot of people do not succeed. Are there easier businesses compared to others? Absolutely, right? I would say if you're running like a consulting business, 100 times easier than running a tech business. 100%. Like getting a tech business to run, getting people to buy your stuff, it's nearly impossible. Like you can't do it. Very, very difficult. So startups are literally like number one hardest thing to do. But if you're able to figure out that, then you can pretty much do any business. Consulting, on the other hand, get a few people, get them to pay a few thousand for a few months. You're making 30, 40, 50,000 a month. Like it's pretty amazing. But eventually I kind of wanted to drop off Tutor Lunch. I'm only working with 1 or 2 people now. A few of them left on their own, but the ones that were left, I actually had a conversation with one of the guys I was working with because I acquired a company. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I acquired this company. I'll show it to you. It's this one. So it's SAT Masterclass. I don't know if you can see that. So right now we have 480,000 subscribers. We get between like 20, 30 million views a month. We haven't uploaded for a while, so that's what I'm working on now. But yeah, it's an amazing company. The guy that ran it before, I used to work with him. He was one of my clients actually for Tutor Lunch. I'm like, dude, he had a conversation. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I took over the company. Great. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It was actually a huge headache, not fun at all. God, there's so many problems. So many problems. That's what I was dealing with for at least the last month and a half. I've been fixing those problems. And I think just yesterday we fixed we're like 99% there. There's probably like a few things I don't even know of, but nearly everything's done. So that's kind of what I was working on for this time. Let me grab some water actually, I'm thirsty. And so, yeah, I mean, I really just wanted to make it so that I had something I wanted to do. I thought Tutor Lunch would be easy to scale and grow, which it probably was. But then I thought about it, okay, I scaled and exited this SAT company, tutoring. If I've done it once, and I know what I did wrong, and I know what I need to do to improve it next time, I know how to start on that, how to make it better, etc., why not just do it again? And I was listening to Alex Ramosi, obviously, the king, and he was talking about how he worked with this dude, or he had a friend actually, who he ran like a garbage disposal business. And the guy sold his company, he like retired for like a year, and he met Hermosi like a year later, and Hermosi's like, hey, what are you doing? And the guy was like, take a guess. And then Hermosi's like, oh, like, I don't know, just tell me. And then the dude was like, I'm in the garbage disposal business. And then Hermosi was like, dude, didn't you like sell that? Like, why are you doing it again? And the dude, this is what struck me. It's like, well, I know everything about the business. I'm one of the best in the game. Why would I not use those same skills again? I'm like, dang, that's good. And it's true. Like, I know so much about the SAT space. What are people's desires? What are their pain points? What do they want? What do they lack? What do they need more of? What is the common numbers of the sections on the test? Like, I know everything. I know what the parents want as well. I know what the kids want. And so for me to be able to have this deep, deep understanding of like what the target audience wants, that is rare. And that gets built with time and being in the game. That is the one competitive advantage that you most of the time cannot take away from someone else, which is knowledge and being in the market, right? I was a part of that market once, and now I'm the one selling to it. I know exactly what people want. And so that's why for me now, it's really important to take those skills and actually use them. And so I was like, this dude, SAT Masterclass, huge social media, gigantic. Why don't I just take it over? And so I took it over. Simple, right? was like, let me just use the skills that I already had and just maximize it. So that's what I did. And now I'm back in the game for the tutoring companies, where I run my own. And I genuinely think this time I can probably scale it to $1 million a month. And I don't want to end up in like a distracted state of like, jump from this to that to this to that. The reason I'm locked in on this one is because I've purchased, or I'm working with now a few people who have signed for a few months, so 4 to 6 to 8 months. And now I have to win. And so the company was doing pretty well beforehand, financial wise. There were a lot of leaks in like systems and bookings and all that. But when you have 500,000 followers and you have nearly 300 or 400 people claiming a free resource every day, if you turn that into a good funnel, you can get a lot of people to go down an amazing funnel that gets you a lot of money. So that is kind of my goal now, right? How can I send these guys down this amazing funnel that actually would get amazing results? So yeah, that's my main thing right now. I started ads because I do want a consistent source, right? Right now it's very like inconsistent of like, some days we have bookings, some days we don't. And yeah, I mean, we've had some days just in the last week where we hit 10,000. Like a few days ago, we hit 7K in a day. And that doesn't happen much to me. That's pretty good. That's really good, right? If I can keep that up, that's $200-300 a month. And honestly, 7,000 is not a lot in a day. That is, if we have 5 or 6 sales calls, assuming like a 30% close rate, which is what we have, that's 2 sales of what we sell. Not a lot, So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of obviously contingencies in between, but I'm pretty excited for where this can go, because I know that with the right guidance and the right mentors and the right knowledge, I can scale this into something absolutely gigantic. And I'm already on that path to do so. So yeah, I'm back in the game. My goal is by the end of the year, I do want to hit at least 1 million a month. I think that is possible. So I have about, I have about 4 months to do so. I did the math. So for me to hit 1 million a month, I'll have to get like 300 something sales in a month. Sounds difficult, but I think it is possible. Getting 300 sales, 30% close rate. I mean, I'm oversimplifying it, but 900 sales calls booked. It's going to be expensive. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful, but I think it is more than possible. And I'm very, very excited to go down that path and actually be able to achieve it. So yeah, my main focus now is this new company that I work on. And I'm super excited to see where it can go, because I know this can scale to an absolutely huge, huge number. So yeah, excited for the future. And a little bit about me personally now. I have moved, again, like I said, into Berkeley, California. I started my room. Let me actually show you around a bit. So that's my room. It's my desk. You can see I have my camera gear. So my camera gear is up here. My drone is over there. Computer. Cool little setup. I listen to music like all the time. So this is nearly almost with me. It keeps me company, right, when I don't have friends. These headphones, some of the best purchases I made. WH-XM6, it's the new ones, came out like a month ago. This light is actually yellow, so when I want to work at night, I have a yellow light. You can see I'm wearing the orange glasses. I bought these off Amazon actually. It helps with late night work. Why I'm wearing it right now, I forgot to take it off my glasses. Air purifier in the corner. There's Wi-Fi down there. It's a Wi-Fi pod. Supplements. I mean, it's a little messy. I sleep on the floor. I don't want a bed. It's just like, why do I need it? Country flag. Yeah, this is my room. Very simple. But yeah, I mean, that is the breakdown so far. So what I'm going to use this channel for that I'm uploading this on, it's going to be more of like random updates. I have a few channels. Like if you search up my name, you'll be able to see you'll be able to see my other channels. I have like a personal one. I have like a business one. But I really do want to make like proper videos, cinematic, like beautiful, beautiful stuff of things that can actually inspire people. Not just me sitting here talking to you. It's like real camera footage. Like here, for example, I found this old DSLR camera, DCR. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's really old. So this is about as old as me. So this is like 15, 16 years old. Or sorry, that's not as old as me. My parents bought this in 2007. I was born in 2006. And so you can see like it's it's old, you know, like it's an old camera. Like look at that, like you can tell it's old, you know. So recording on this is super interesting. But like I found a deep interest for cameras, you know, like if I zoom in here, you'll be able to see the thing move back. I don't know if you can see that. It's an amazing camera though. I love it. It looks old style, like, I don't know if you can see that. It just looks like it's antique, you know? The colors themselves are interesting. But yeah, I mean, I do really want to get deeper into film. I think it's beautiful. If done right, it's beautiful. Yeah, but that's the main updates I have, really summarized. I am pretty much fully focused on building this thing, and I love it. It's fun, you know. I don't have a sad day. Actually, I do have sad days. I will tell you, business is tough sometimes. I had a day where everything broke at once. The calendar is disconnected from everyone's thing. Like my card was blocked. I had to call the bank. You'll see that being a recurring theme that I'm mad at, calling the bank. I literally didn't have credit score. Like, I can't open a new bank account for another 3 months because I don't have a credit score. I used everything on debit. So, yeah, I just opened a credit card like last month, my first ever one. Before that, I was like an authorized user or something on my parents. So, yeah, a lot of things that I'm working on. But, yeah, I'll just give personal updates. I have a lot of people ask me, like, are you going to drop out once you hit, like, bigger numbers? No. I think it's better to be here surrounded by people who are geniuses, sages, smart guys at a university that is great, right? UC Berkeley, than to do it all on my own. It's not taking too much of my time. If it does, then I might consider it, but, like, I don't think school's going to take too much of my time. School's really easy. I only like being here for the people. Like the smart guys, you know, there's very smart people here. Being surrounded by those guys who are willing to work all day, every day, that to me is very inspiring. So that's kind of what I like. Yeah, other than that, nothing else much I want to update you on. It's been a very, very chill few months. It's been hard, but it's been fun. And yeah, I'll just occasionally update. I might make another channel just for business. Like literally deeper insights. Here's how I build stuff. Here's how I do things, etc. But nothing right now. I'm pretty excited for the future, and I think I'll do pretty well. So keep an eye out for other channels, anything you see. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good one. Love Canada, hometown. All right, bye.